high vibrational human beings. So I'm gonna just put y'all on game real quick, right? I already can like I already know how energy work, right? Y'all know that. Y'all know that. Like everything I was explaining to y'all earlier. As far as me staying focused and everything, I got a lot of productive stuff done. And just how me being on a sober tip, like me not smoking weed, not smoking black and milds, just staying focused and focusing on my son and just bettering my life, everything that would look like and stuff like that. Now we know what comes with that attacks. We're in spiritual warfare. I happen to be an organic being. I'm neuromelanated. You know, um, I'm changing for the growth for the better, right? Ascending. But it's like I'm challenging myself for stuff that I know that's not good to make myself better also. So we know what comes with that. So remember how I've been telling y'all for the longest about the raccoon, right? About the big ass raccoon. Ironically, I was talking about him I think like early today, cause or yesterday, cause I recently seen him and shit or whatever, but he didn't hop out though. He looked like the Laura Hole and shit. So long story short, y'all, um, I'm over at my storage or whatever, and it's crazy because I spoke to a Latino person right before I came in, and I told him, and when he's like right before I came in, and when I seen him, we spoke briefly, and it was like all love. We like both. He like laughed. He was like, "Oh shit." He was like, "Be careful." You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? It wasn't anything serious. Now, and it's so much angles to this that's so disgusting, right? So I go to my storage or whatever, and then when I go to my storage, I literally was like thinking about everything that I got to do involving my situation and stuff. Put money aside, da da da, right? And as I was doing that, briefly, I just wanted to be by myself because I didn't I just to get my thought process right. So I came the steps, whatever, and but before that, I seen two people that was just in here. Remember, I told y'all just like how I spoke to the Latino person. I think the girl looked like she was like Latina. She was like heavy set, and she was with a guy. You feel me? A black man, right? And he was like taller than her, right? And everything like that. And I seen them from a distance, like down the hall of the storage, right? So I literally seen them. Me, I'm a good person. I wouldn't want nobody to get hurt off of something that I'm aware of that they're not aware of. But that's that type of spirit, that type of selflessness, right? That's like angel type energy, right? That I have with that. So we know what we're living in. We know, what I'm saying, everything is coming back to me and back to the natural state of that energy and stuff. But we know it's also a lot of darkness here also, and a lot of darkness that doesn't like the light in which I'm putting out in all different ways and whatnot. So I did the right thing. I seen them or whatever from a distance, and I literally said, I said, "Excuse me, y'all." I was like, "Excuse me," and they turned around. I said, "I just want to make y'all aware. I almost got attacked by a raccoon. And he's like over 100 pounds. He's like probably like 110, 115. Like I ain't even know raccoons got that big. Now I know that was either the mom or the dad, but I know that this joint is infested because I know that ain't the only one. You hear what I'm saying? It's using my common sense, and I'm telling them in a way of this so like they know like I'm just not making up some shit. You know what I'm saying? Or I'm not just some crazy person that's like strung out on drugs or something, and I'm just seeing shit. You know? So I make them aware of it, because I wouldn't want nothing to happen to them, y'all. You get what I'm saying? That's the type of person I am, you know. Um, but literally, right when I did that, right when I did that, you get what I'm saying? Right when I did that, basically, long story short, they called the boys on me. Now I had this storage for like over a year, y'all. I might have had this storage longer than they had this storage. Hypothetically speaking, I don't know. Could have had it longer than me, but I had this storage over a year. Maybe like a year and a half. Like I had it for a while, right? Through multiple jobs and everything, multiple seasons and all of that, right? Like I didn't just get this storage, right? So with that's what makes it even more crazy. You know what I mean? Like and again, I don't give a fuck what anybody has to say. This is stuff that I'm already prepared for because I know how righteous I am. I know it's real demons out here. And I told you the most dangerous person on the planet isn't the complex cell organism, unnatural people, the European man. It's a neuromelanated being that's against their own kind. You get what I'm saying? I say that all the time. Now, Now, the girl and the guy, they was together. You feel me? I'm not saying she did it. I'm not saying he did it. I'm just saying they both was with each other and they called the boys on me. And specifically the boys. Now I know the boys be lying about stuff too, but you know what I mean? I don't know what they specifically told them, but regardless, even if it wasn't worded how they said it was worded, they 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 told both the slave catchers that literally I was there's a man with a stick running around screaming around the storage. Didn't mention that I let them know that I seen a raccoon. I almost got attacked by it, and I was telling them, beforehand. I had to raise my voice to get their attention. They were all the way down the hall. You know what I mean? I was trying to get them before they hit the corner. It's not like I was just screaming randomly with a stick, acting like I'm gonna attack them. You know what I'm saying? But this is the type of energy you deal with in the Commonwealth in general, because it's a lot of slick racism. Now, the reason why it hurts so bad, but I told y'all, I was just talking about it earlier. I said the most Uncle Tom against his species, neuromelanated beings, they're out here in Virginia because it's a slave state. Like I broke all of that shit down, and it's just confirmation. But scratch that. This ain't about that raccoon or anything. You know what I mean? If you know what I've been on, you know what this is really about. This is about the fact of the levels of challenging myself that I'm doing to raise my vibration. Right? When I got off the bus earlier, when I was at the metro, y'all, they had fucking like 30 boys there for whatever reason. You get what I'm saying? Whenever I raise my vibration, and even more so, stop smoking, it's always like a series of stuff that tries to happen. Usually me getting harassed by slave catchers or something in some shape, way, or form involving them, where it's almost like they try to like knock my central nervous system in shock to a point where I get so stressed out, I go get a black 'em out or I get some weed. But I told y'all, I'm not smoking. I'm not smoking. I'm not about to go get no black 'em out right now, get no weed. Like I'm staying sober. Like that. Nope. I'm not letting people play with my emotions like that to get me out of character. To your point of putting me in a low vibration of doing stuff like that. That's done with. You get what I'm saying? That's done with. Whether they was doing that on purpose because they know I'm trying to better myself or whatever. Like that's done with. It's not happening. So that's mission failed. You feel me? But it is crazy though. You know what I'm saying? Because that was a guy, and specifically what the slave catcher said, y'all. They like I said, they said it as a man screaming with a stick, and they didn't know if I was going to attack them. You know what I'm saying? A person that's literally telling you to watch out for an animal, whether you believe them or not, you're gonna call the cops on that person and say as if that person's trying to attack you. How racist is that? You get what I'm saying? Whether that came from him or that came from her, the fact that him as a black man and he read my energy and knew what I was on, and he vouched for that in that way, even if it came from her to try to put me in a situation like that. This is why the sun is separating us right now, and this is why a lot of our bloodlines will be eradicated. You feel me? Even when our brothers and sisters, you know what I mean, deal with us. You feel me? I'm so serious, y'all, because like we've been tainted so bad. It's like we go out our way to try to destroy each other. You feel me? For no reason at all. Or when one of us are trying to help each other, you know? Now, the way my ancestors work, I'm gonna be real with you. This is the way my ancestors work. Like I don't know how they gonna handle that guy. You know what I'm saying? But I guarantee you they gonna do something to him. I don't know what they gonna do, but they're gonna do something. You know what I'm saying? He might come in here and he might get attacked by that raccoon. You know what I'm saying? Just because of that. You like for real. Like that karma is real. Like you can't just be messing with certain people, especially like they don't know me from a can of paint. And it's funny how they tried to paint to the slave catchers like I'm crazy or something like that. I guarantee you I'm smarter than them. You know? I guarantee it. I can just tell by how they was talking to me, their reactions and everything. So I just wanted to let y'all know that, man. But it ain't about nothing. We keeping our vibrations high and all of that. Peace, power, abundance to everybody. Just look at this as a form of bettering yourself. That when you raise your vibrations or you leave something alone to be better, it's always going to be some form of attack that comes your way, even if it's from your own species. And I'm gonna just leave y'all with that, man. It's a real points of RoBs Inferno while it burns slow. Shout out to my guys and goddesses and all high vibrational human beings. You already know what the fuck it is.